Hi, I'm Steve LaPorte, and welcome to the FaceMaker Factory. Today we're going to talk about materials. As a makeup artist and technician for many years, I found that there are basically three basic materials that I use in mold making. Beyond the modern silicone molds and the liquid plastic molds, there's some bottom line materials that I think everyone needs to learn to work with. One is white hydrocal, which is in the plaster family. Another one is the UltraCal 30, which is in the plaster family, leaning towards concrete and hardness. And then there's the dental materials, such as dye stone, dental stone. This one is called Dykene. It's a blue material when it casts up. They also have a green version of it called Dykene Green. It's got a really hard shore hardness. This is something called dye stone. It's kind of a peach color, or peach stone they call it. So those are the three molding materials that you may want to start off learning to work with. White hydrocal is great for making latex mask molds because it's a little bit softer. You can clean and tool it and patch it a lot easier. It's more water absorbent, so when you pour your latex into the mask mold, it'll absorb the water out more quickly, so when you dump the mold out, you have a nice even coating on the inside. This is a good example of what white hydrocal looks like. I use white hydrocal for basically every life cast that I do because it's easy to clean the air bubbles off and to sand and tool. This is an example of an UltraCal 30 mold. So, looks like me, doesn't it? Anyway, this is UltraCal 30, this is white hydrocal. Now, UltraCal 30, being a little more dense, is great for foam latex molds. This is a foam latex mold here. You can bake them in the oven. You can see it's been baked quite a bit. This is an old mold. But we make a lot of our foam latex molds out of UltraCal 30. Also, if you're going to do any vacuform bucks to do vacuum forming, I would suggest you do it out of UltraCal. It's much harder, it's not going to chip. You can see I've drilled the holes to do vacuum forms of this. This is basically to make clear vacuum forms that I can put prosthetics on for painting purposes. So those are the three materials you'll use the most: white hydrocal, UltraCal 30, and the dental family of stones. Hope that helps you in your quest for the right molding material. Now, money. More expensive, less expensive, least expensive. Also, when you're mixing up a lot of your stuff, you have to get a selection of mixing bowls. I like little rubber mixing bowls like this, which you can get from dental supplies. I've found in certain cooking stores, or even Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you can find these silicone bowls that are used for measurements. These are great for doing small amounts when you're just wanting to mix up a little bit of your three of your different materials. It gives you a easy, something that's flexible, holds in the palm of your hand, and that way you're only mixing up all what you need on the moment. So these come in various sizes. Actually, I picked these up in Prague. I was in Czech Republic doing a film, and I went to the local, I guess you'd call it a Home Depot, and I picked these flexible bowls up. One thing I found about Europe is you have a lot of really good artisans who do a lot of plaster work and concrete work in the architecture and in the building area. So you'll find these in Europe at some of the Home Depots. These are great. This is about the largest that I found. And this one actually is another one. It's a flexible rubber type bowl. Again, I found these in Prague, so I grabbed a few of them. They were very inexpensive, for what I was looking for. These are just various sizes of the dental bowls that I use. They look kind of small, and you wonder, why is he using such a small bowl? Well, frankly, a lot of times you can put in your material layer after layer, but in small quantities, so you don't waste material. Also, if you're mixing a big bowl of stuff and you get in what you need and you have left over there and it dries in your hard plastic bowl, it's really rough on the bowls to clean it out. day after day after day. I have plastic bowls that I've used for 35 years, and they're still just as good as the day that I purchased them, because I Vaseline the bowls and clean the bowls out every time I finish using them. So it extends the life. But a rubber bowl allows you, if you have to, let the material dry. You can squeeze it and break it out, clean the bowl out. And I do season my bowls. I'll spray a little Pam inside, and that'll give me the good, long-lasting bowls that I want to keep around. If you take good care of your materials, they'll last you your entire lifetime. So, this bowl I've had for, I've had this bowl over 40 years. Just so you know, this stuff lasts if you take good care of it. So just knowing those types of materials to work with may help you when you're in your quest for making the proper mold for whatever you want to make from it. So glad you could be here to learn these few things to start you off, and we'll see you next time.